Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, dear members of the ESCP, it's a pleasure for me to give you a warm welcome to this session. And for the first time in the history of our young society, we have a presidential address. You may be aware that other societies have a whole session devoted to it, 45 minutes presidential address or things like that. We didn't have anything in the past, so we thought it might be a good idea to have at least some few minutes for the presidents to say something. For me, that won't be now an ego presentation. I won't give you a picture of my dog. I won't give you a picture of my hospital or the beautiful city I'm coming from. I just want to talk about ESCP. And what you, and many of you might not be there at the AGM this evening, might be interested in to know on the developments of the ESCP and, of course, also to promote a bit our society. You're aware the ESCP is a rather young society. It had its predecessor societies, but we are only 11 or 12 years old. Therefore we can just not report a long history, but on a very good development for a decade or a bit more. The membership of our society has been steadily increasing. We are well above 1,000 and will be even more after this meeting. But the stormy development of our society is not only reflected by the increase in membership that we have. You who are here most of you might be members. But if you are here and are not a member, you just made a stupid thing for this year, because you know the membership fee is less than the reduction you get on the entrance fee for this meeting. So therefore, you save money if you become a member in the year, attend the conference. But in addition, I want to give you good arguments why maybe if you next year you won't be able to come to the meeting, still it's worthwhile to stay as a member in our society because of the many other benefits we now can offer besides our annual meeting and the conference you might attend. And I go a bit further in detail in that a bit later, talking first about the conference. Of course, the conference, making that annual meeting of European coloproctologists every year, is the core and the heart of our society, but by far not the only activity. We had now again, obviously, a record intake of participants coming to this meeting, more than any other meeting in the past of the ESCP. So that's another sign of the healthy development we have so far. We had a record for the then history in Dublin last year, a very successful meeting in participation and in finances, allowing us to spend more money than ever of our society on the key activities that we are involved in. And the key activities of this society, of course, is education and research in the interest of our patients. That leads me to education. Of course, the conference is a whole education activity, but we go out, we do outreach now, and we have regional events taking place. And we had a very successful one in Moscow last year. We'll have one, and we expect it to be equally successful next week in Poland. And we'll have regional meetings in springtime next year in Spain and in fall in Hungary. And 2018 is already planned. So actually, we are now developing much more activities than the annual conference. And if you're coming from a country and have interest that ESCP visits you in your country, please come to us and talk about it. We may be able to arrange regional meetings and educational activities of the ESCP in your country. Education is also connected to reading something, of course, and it's a great pleasure that we are able to offer you as one of the many membership benefits that you have, the free online access to a European Manual of Coloproctology, written by ESCP members mainly, and that has been renewed now for the new edition, and so you'll be able to read the manual for free if you stay as a member. Another argument to stay. Different argument, of course, is also research activities. If you are interested in research, we have a very good development of our research activities. The research committee led by Dion Morton has developed enormous activities. We spend some of the monies that we're able to raise and save on hiring a research manager. And we want to create ESCP as the major platform for collaborative research within Europe, within our field. And I think we are in a good way on that, and please join these activities. We expect great developments in that in the near future. The activities we have to be communicated well. We have a communication committee now formed by joining website committee and external affairs committees, and we have the website rebuilt. We start to increase and try to increase, and we had a very good session yesterday evening on that, our activities in social media. We want to have monthly topics in our field to communicate it via these channels. And we will professionalize also our communication strategy and spend some money on communicating with you and potentially also with our patients. We have a journal. Our journal is colorectal disease, and we have been actually now in negotiations in that we really, together with the Association of Coloproctologists of Great Britain and Ireland, co-own the journal, and we are on a good way to that, because we think a society being so active in research and education as we are, we should have a journal also in the sense of owning or co-owning a journal. We have a guidelines committee, and we want to extend that even further to be a major platform of creating European guidelines in our specialty. The society has roughly a very healthy financial background. Because of the successes of the past years, we were able to spend this year more than ever on research and education. And you will see all the details in the Treasurer's report this evening in the AGM if you are interested on what exactly which amount of money we spend on which topic. To sum it up, I just want to communicate to you the vision of the ESCP of the years to come, and that vision is the ESCP is going to be one of or the leading colorectal society in the world. If some of you are from North America, you haven't heard that, but otherwise, that's our aspiration. We want to have the greatest platform of education in coloproctology, the greatest platform of collaborative research in coloproctology, and the greatest platform for guidelines in coloproctology. And with that in mind, so if you are a member, please stay. Please come again and join one of the many activities of our society, and come back to our annual meeting next year in Berlin. And without further ado, I want to close my short presidential address by thanking you all. It was a great honor and a great pleasure to serve this society and to have such great support of the officers of the administrative office. Everybody is so much highly motivated in achieving these visions that I just mentioned, that it's just fun to be here. And if you are not yet involved in some of our activities here, please join us and go to committees and research groups. Thanks a lot.